think through that final declaration? Was it a matter of not risking the loss to push for the win? How did you strike that balance?
Well, see, it was a little tricky because we also wanted to put up a score and then put them in. But when do we do that? Yes, when we declared and got in, we thought that if we could have got 4 wickets in the first hour, maybe we would have got into the mandatory overs. But getting 8 wickets in the last 15 overs is a bit stretch. But overall, I think it was an experience for all the girls playing this test format, and the players are going to play this format in the future, for them to sort of get an experience how longer format is actually played.
Your thoughts on Ellyse Perry's batting? I think she's once out for the last 1,000 test balls she's faced. You guys couldn't quite get through her.
Well, see, she played a role that her team required at that point of time, losing wickets. On the other end, it was required someone holds one end of the wicket. So I think she played that role, and we did know that she was playing that role. So it was important for us to get wickets from the other end.
Mithali, has it crossed your mind that this could have been your last game on Australian soil? I saw a couple of your teammates posing for pictures with you as well.
Well, see, my goal is the World Cup, so probably let's come to that once I finish playing the World Cup.
Oh, right. And just about the whole performance as well. Have you, it's India dominated throughout from day one to now. Does it stand out as one of the more dominant performances you've been a part of in Test cricket?
Well, against the best side, definitely yes. Against the Australians, I think it is one of the best team performance in this format. Though I think we've played, having 8 debutants in 2014, winning a test in England against England team who've just won the Ashes. That was also very close. But yes, as I said, on the Australian soil, playing against them, the girls really put up a great show.
Just one final one from me. With Test cricket, there's so much talk of women should play more Test cricket. Do you have to find that right balance between focusing on the series and the points involved, and providing that excitement to Test cricket so that there's more?
See, my personal view is that if there is a 3-format bilateral series, should be a regular thing, so that the players also get the needed experience and exposure, and just not one-off test match in a year, because it also opens up experience for players who specifically want to play one particular format as well, and generally speaking, also all women cricketers would love to play Test cricket. It is the oldest format and quite respected format.
In terms of the rest of the series, you guys now have to win all 3 T20 matches to win the series. What do you think of your chances are of that?
Well, going into the T20 format from where we started in the one-dayers and carrying the momentum into the Test format, I clearly think that we do have a chance to win the T20 series.
Mulan, do you want to cross to your guys with the hands up?
Yes, Ajit Kumar, Anuj Mishra, and then Pomesh. Hello, Mithali, Ajit Kumar here. Congratulations on a great performance.
Thank you.
Team for 2 tests in a row. So looking back at these 2 test matches, both played in the same year, which is not very usual, in England and in Australia, the Indian girls have performed really well. So at the top of your head, which are the biggest positives for you from these 2 test matches in England and now in Australia?
Well, see, in England, at one point we were almost, we were in a verge of losing, and from there on the lower order actually put on a great partnership there. Sneha Rana, Tanya Bhatia, Deepti Sharma have played well in England. Coming to the Australian test match, I think Smriti has played well. Her 100 is fabulous, and the way our seamers have bowled well, especially in this test. I think all 3 seamers. Julian, of course, is an experienced seamer, but she's been in very good rhythm. Along with her, the 2 young seamers have really stood up in this test match.
On a personal level, how was your experience playing with a big ball?
Well, honestly, it was a little mixed feeling for me because I was expecting quite a movement in the initial new ball, but it didn't happen. Later on, there was a time when the later half of the first innings there was a bit of movement. So, for a first experience, I think I thoroughly enjoyed being on the ground.
Hello, Mithali. Congratulations on the performance.
Thank you.
How do you look at the growth of Pooja Vastrakar from the England Test to till now? She's grown as a third seamer, used consistently as a third seamer, as well as an all-rounder. Her growth as a bowler in particular, how do you look at it?
Well, see, when I saw Pooja Vastrakar in the domestic, she was good batsman. We were looking to have somebody play a specific role, going forward into the World Cup. So we wanted somebody who can bowl and give us those few overs as a seamer, and she fitted that role. It was important for us to give her the confidence, give her more of the game time, so she can fit into that role. England was a little, she just made a comeback into the one-day series after 2 years, so she was just finding her rhythm. I think in the Australian one-day series, here in this series, along with Julan, I think she's really come off of that rhythm, and she's really bowled well. She's even batted well in one of the games in the one-dayers.
Aruna Keshav and then Anisha Ghosh.
Hi, Mithali. The fast bowling attack was something that's been identified for a while now by you and the coach. Was there any sort of work done in terms of saying, okay, we're going to give you so many matches, do your bit, or was there any sort of semi-formal mentorship program with Julan for the younger seamers?
See, when we got into the England series, we did have few players to play a certain role in the team, and we made it very clear to the players to sort of, we will give them a game time so that they can understand their role, and by the World Cup, they know what they exactly have to do and what is their role in the team. So, sort of, it was important to have a one-on-one talk with all the players, along with Ramesh and me. So that's what we did.
Hi, Mithali. Anisha this side. Meg Lanning mentioned a couple of nights ago that there was this last-minute change of call at the toss, I suppose. Could you walk us through that, if possible? And if you want to just rank the performance of the Indian both batters and bowlers against the backdrop of the little time, 2 sessions that you had ahead of the start of the fixture, would you sort of hope that there's a bit of a heads up from the BCCI before you actually go on to play more tests?
See, Anisha, I didn't get your first question regarding the toss.
Yeah, I'll repeat that. So Meg said that there was a last-minute change of call from your part at the toss. So probably, Ellyse really in fact mentioned this first on commentary, that you had changed your call at the toss. So could you confirm that and elaborate on that?
Change at the call that I made at the toss.
Yes.
Well, because the history of me losing the toss, I didn't want it to become a legacy. So that and the way the girls have been pulling my leg for that, so I thought, okay, let me change. But I clearly think I need to take a cue from MS Dhoni regarding how to win a toss. And the second question was?
That's a great response, by the way. The second question was, given there was so little, practice with the pink ball you all had in, Australia, you had nothing in Bengaluru. How would you rate the performances of the batters and bowlers, and would you sort of hope that there is a bit of a heads up from the board before such fixtures are scheduled, especially with the pink ball?
Well, Anisha, in the current times, the fixtures, there are so many series and the matches, the fixtures have been very flexible, and so are the players, because we understand in what scenario that we are playing the series. In fact, we should be thankful to BCCI and Cricket Australia for getting us the series for the players before the World Cup. And yes, the fixtures changed. It has a lot to do with the quarantine time that we've spent, and yet we got to play we get to play all 3 formats. So I think these things do happen, and as players we are also flexible to sort of tune our mindset. Yes, it would have been nice if we had a couple of days more with the pink ball, but again, just having one session and the way the girls have responded at the ground, I think with so many players playing different formats, leagues, I think they understand how quickly they can change the mindset and fit into the format.